What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Legit Whiskey Reviews. And today I'll be reviewing Maker's Mark BRT-02. So this is the 2022 limited release for this year, obviously 2022. And funny story about this one before I get into it. So I was at the store and I was looking at different bottles. I found the BRT-01 and the BRT-02, which is this one. I turned around because another bottle caught my attention. By the time I did that, looked at it and turned back around, the BRT-01 was gone, and that was the last bottle. So I was like, oh, I should have just grabbed it when I saw it. So unfortunately for this year, I can only review the BRT-02. Last year I was able to get the FAE-01 and FAE-02, which were the limited releases for last year. They were both great, and they were both in my top 5 whiskeys for last year. So, and I actually put them in together. I believe they were like 4th or 3rd, but I put them both the same because I couldn't decide which one I liked best. They were both great, and they were both great in different ways. I enjoy these, and I'm like sipping on them slowly because I really enjoyed both of these releases last year. So this one here comes in at 109.4 proof, so that's 54.7% ABV. And as far as the story behind the BRT-01 in this one, let me read a little bit in the back here. It says the BRT-01 tells the story of the first 3 years of extraction at the top of the warehouse, which experiences large temperature swings. You'll get more barrel extractives with caramel and a hint of toastiness. And that sounds pretty good. So this one here, the BRT-02, is all about the final years of reaction at the bottom, where it's cooler year round. You'll find darker, heavier characteristics along with some fruit and chocolate. So definitely sounds great as well. By the way, happy holidays to all you watching, and for joining me on another year of this Legit Whiskey Reviews. I'll try to be more consistent. I always say that, but just life gets in the way, like I always say. So all right, let's go get into the nose on this one. So wow, so the first thing that this one's apparent right away off the top is like it's dark and it's heavy on the caramel, which I really like. Very sweet, but very spicy as well. There's a lot of chocolate coming through and a lot of cherry. So this almost smells like a chocolate covered cherry, kind of like those candies. That's pretty much what I'm getting in the nose, plus the heavy caramel. But I really love how it's balanced with that spice that's coming through and a hint of pepper. There's a little bit of barrel char coming through as well. So yeah, overall, this is definitely not letting me down. Like I said, last year's were both great, and this one again is delivering, and so far on the nose. I was thinking of comparing all of these, but since I didn't have the BRT-01, I just didn't. I don't know. I could have still did a blind with these, but maybe another time I'll do a blind between them. But for this one, I just want to concentrate on this BRT-02. All right, cheers, everybody. Wow. So this is everything I mentioned on the nose. This is one of those where everything transferred to the palate. That caramel is heavy, thick. It's very like syrupy on the palate. It coats the mouth pretty well. And that chocolate cherry, it's like very prominent on the palate, which I love. But then to round it out, you get a ton of oak. It's like sweet oak, char. That char is coming through. And then to round everything out, I get that spice, which I love in my bourbons. So another winner for me right here. You guys already know what I'm going to say. I love this one, and this one's going to be in contention for the top 5 whiskeys of the year. I don't know that it'll be towards the top, but this is definitely a contender. I really enjoy this one. Yeah, it's still like lingering on the palate. I really like the oak with the spice in the back end as well, with the finish. Oh, this smells so good. On the second sip, I feel like the oak is coming to the forefront more now with the spice, the oak and the spice. It turned a little bit more chocolatey this second sip. I feel like the cherry note, heavy cherry note that I was getting is kind of taking a back seat to the oak and the spice. The cherry is still there. The caramel is like rounding everything out. It's like covering everything. But I feel like this second sip, like I said, what's coming to the forefront is the oak and the spice, which I love. So yeah, this is great. One more sip. As far as the nose, it's staying pretty consistent. Everything I was getting the first time is still, yeah, it's still coming through. Yeah, so more of the same. That finish just lingers and lingers. I feel the hug. I feel like this is a perfect proof for these Maker's Mark. This one this year is 109.4 as far as this one. But yeah, I love the finish. It lingers around. I love the way it coats the palate. I love the flavors that I'm getting, the balance between sweet, dark, and spicy and oaky. Just like the perfect combination and right down the middle of what I like and the style and the flavors that I look for in a bourbon that I enjoy. Is it for everybody? I don't know. Like most people, some people stay away from Maker's Mark because they think of the regular makers. And as far as me, even when I first started in whiskey, I did not enjoy the regular makers. But anything else, the Maker's 46, Maker's Cast Strength, the limited releases here, even the store picks where they do the different wood staves, I love any of those. I love, and I've never been let down by a Maker's Mark. But as far, like I said, you know, the regular Maker's 46, you know, I just never liked it, and I'm sure a lot of people feel that way. I get a lot of like this artificial cherry note in the regular makers that I do not enjoy. It's kind of like that Jack Daniels where, you know, the regular black label Jack Daniels, people associate that with just all the Jack Daniels, and that's not true at all. I mean, that's pretty much the only one of the few Jack Daniels that I don't enjoy, along with the Gentleman Jack. But a lot of the other ones, single barrel proof, anything like that, I enjoy. So I feel like this is kind of the same thing, where these limited releases, by the way, are excellent as far as the pricing, because nowadays when you get any limited release from any other distillery, they're going to be $100 and up. This one here is around the $60 to $70 mark. I could be a little off on that, but as far as my area, that's what it goes for. I think it was 60 or 65, which is an excellent value for a limited release bourbon. Like I said, other distilleries, if they come out with a limited release, it's going to be easily over $100. Even like the Booker's from Jim Beam that comes out every 4 times a year, those are over $100 now. I remember when they were 70. So I feel like this is an excellent value. As far as my final score on this one, this is an A+ easy. It just has all the flavors that I enjoy in a whiskey, with great finish, plenty of oak, plenty of sweet notes, plenty of dark notes. You know, it's just like excellent, and you can't go wrong with this one. So I kind of wish I would have picked up the BRT-02 when I saw it. Just happened to miss out, turned back around, and boom, it was gone. But I'm glad I got to enjoy this one here. So there you go. If you guys like my content, remember to smash that like button. Remember to subscribe. Happy holidays, and keep it legit, and do it for the love of whiskey. Cheers.